1611, I'm strapped. Dream team coming back with a slap. Hey, on the block where it's at. White Chris getting smacked. Who gon' read? I'm about to snap. This straight facts, my boy, no cap. Steps going up.
Give me Matthew chapter 24. I want to show you something, bro. And it goes back to who you look it up to, right? Because you say, it kind of makes sense now. Reggae, right? And reggae and all that, they promote smoking weed and whatnot and all that thing. But when you're in that lifestyle, right? Even the smoking weed and stuff like that, you know that's destroying your body, right? It's destroying your mental. The whole reggae, the whole smoking weed and all that whole culture, right? Like they push some type of positive stuff in that music, the reggae music. But some of the things, right, it's destroying us as a people. It's destroying us as an individual, right? Read Matthew chapter 24.
The book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 4. Yep. And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you.
You go to the Christian church? You believe in the Bible at all? In some way. Okay, continue reading.
For many shall come in my name saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
So something that had happened into our culture, right? Us as a people, we have been deceived as a race. We've been deceived, and we replaced our leader, because the brother already told you, you're an Israelite.
Así es.
Our leader is Christ. This is what Christ looks like, right? But we've been taught another Christ. We've been taught this man right here. Read that again.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
So we've been deceived in believing this man right here. This man right here, this Jesus Christ, he's the representation of America, of the white race. They teach us, right? They teach us things in the school. They teach us things on media. They teach us things in the church, right? On how to destroy us as a nation, how to destroy ourselves as a people. This man right here, when they came over to our land and they taught us Christianity, they taught us white Jesus, it came with the whole philosophy. Do whatever you want. Do what makes you feel right. Right? That's why you smoke weed. Smoking weed, it makes you feel good. It makes you, hey, man, why you smoke weed? Let me ask you that. Let me be fair. Why do you smoke weed? It makes you feel good. It makes you feel, that's getting in the groove. You're saying the same thing. It makes you feel good. It makes it relieves you from the stresses, the problems that you have, right? Because a lot of the time, our people don't understand. The reason why we even go to substances like getting drunk, smoking weed, right? You know, even having sex, a lot of sex, right? All that is just to escape from the reality that we in.
Right.
Because you were supposed to have a sober mind. But when you smoke weed, you out of your mind.
Así es.
If someone try to run up on you and you smoking weed, you high, how you gonna protect yourself? You got siblings? You smoke around your siblings? Are you high around your siblings? Yeah? So imagine somebody ran up in your house, right? It sounds like are you the oldest? You the only man in the house. So if you high, you the only man in the house, and somebody run up on your family, you high, how are you supposed to protect them? You don't understand. This man, the reason why, read that again.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
We have been deceived by the white man. He had taught us that it's okay to smoke weed. Have fun. Be relaxed, stay chill. Be cool. But not knowing that the same way that he brought religion to us, that's why he legalized weed. He legalized weed for us to be docile as a people, to not care, to just give up, to just relax. We at war though. You gotta understand, war on drugs, you heard that before? They put in drugs in our community. It's to keep us as men, because we're supposed to be the leaders of our nation. We're supposed to be the men, the one that stand up against the people that come against us. Right. They put drugs in our community to make us docile, to make us weak, so that we don't fight, that we don't care about what's happening to us as a people, that we don't even care about our families, because it's selfish. It's selfish. I know you being the oldest son, the oldest child too. That's a lot of responsibility. You're not even supposed to be living in that situation. God said the man and the wife are supposed to get married. You're supposed to have a father that teaches you all these things. But because we get weed put into our community, because we're taught religion, this white man has came and destroyed us as a people. And we don't understand that we are a follower. We're just living out a cycle over and over again and falling for all the traps that he puts in our community. That's why they call our communities a trap. Because it's a trap. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 16. Us as a people, we're cursed. We are cursed as a people. The way that we live in it is destructive. It's self-destructive. We destroy ourselves. And it's become a cycle now. First, what they did, right, when we were in slavery, they used to whip them, they beat them. They used to tie them to a horse, beat the horses so they run the opposite direction, split the body in half. They took away us, the children, away from our father so that father wouldn't have the influence on the children to bring them up as men. And so we've been lost for generation after generation not knowing how to be men. Right? And this is what happens in our communities. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
God said we're going to be now cursed in the city. You grew up here? Around here, right? What do you see? What do you see in the cities? What do you see in our neighborhoods? You said what? Yeah, we higher than another mother. We see people cracked out every single day. It's not one day you won't see somebody high on something. And it's majority of our people. We messed up in the mind. And a lot of it, right? A lot of it has to do with those drugs. Well, smoking weed, right? That's just a gateway. They say, no, it's not that bad. It's not like meth. It's not, who's the same people that are saying that it's not that bad? The same white people that put it in our community. They try to make us think that it's all right to do. But they know that, okay, they're going to get hooked on that. Then when they smoke weed, they're not going to get high as they used to in that first run, right? That's what happens, right? You smoke weed that first time, you higher than a kite. You higher than a spaceship. Then you smoke, and the next time, that high is not, it don't feel like it that next time. Now you're trying to try different flavors, or let me try indigo. Let me try sativa. Now sativa is the one that make you jittery and whatnot, right? But you go through different weeds, right, to get that same high, but you never get that same high. It's a trap. It's a trap. That weed, right, they put it in our communities to smoke that. Then when that's not good enough for us, that's why you see them brothers on the street. They upgrade. They trying to catch that next high. We living for a feeling. We ain't living using our brains anymore.
Bring it out.
And again, it's a constant cycle. And that's why you see, read that again.
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
That's why we curse in the city. Our people are the ones that are drugged out, homeless in the cities.
Así es.
You not knowing, right? You keep on smoking weed, you get eventually wound up the same way that you see these people. The reason why we smoke, though, and you got to be honest with yourself. Why do you smoke? How did you start smoking? Oh, so your influence, your crowd. So you got in your school, your neighborhood, where? At home. So the people at home, they smoke. So your mom have like a boyfriend or anything like that? Hey, okay. So that's a problem. That's a problem. Us as a community, we don't know how to be men. Right? You 14, right? You think you'd be ready to be a man right now? Being 14? You think you being shown the way to how to be a man? Give me Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 3. I'm gonna teach you, bro. I'm gonna show you right here how you be a man. Because smoking weed, I used to do the same thing. Smoking weed, it didn't make me or accelerate my life to becoming a man, to being able to put myself in a position where I can take care of myself. Now, once you smoke that weed, you become lazy as hell. You don't want to do anything. You just want to sit back, watch Rick and Morty, eat some popcorn and ice cream, whatever the case may be, eat some snacks, and just chill out for the rest of the day, unproductive as hell. But God said, no, you got to be a man. Right? 1 Kings chapter 2 and verse 3. And then we'll go back to that. Right? Us as young men, right? You're supposed to be the next generation. If you don't know how to be a man, well, guess what you going to probably do? Do the same thing. You want to have a family, right? You said you will see? You don't know. You said you don't. So, okay. You might want to have a family. But do you think you have the right abilities to raise a family? With the understanding you have right now, or you're being driven in the direction to be able to teach, if you have a son how to be a man? How? Okay. I see that. But you gotta think too, there's more than just taking care, right? There's other aspects of being a man. You gotta be able to have a job, maintain a job to provide. You have to be able to know how to save your money. You have to be a protector. You have to have a right state of mind to know what things to teach your child or how they're supposed to move. If you're not getting taught that in your age, how are you gonna bestow that into somebody else? You just said yourself, you're trying to figure it out yourself. How are you supposed to teach someone how to be a man if you're trying to figure out how to be a man yourself? Does that make sense? It doesn't. Read it. I'm going to show you. This is what God says, right? Because a man does this. This is what a man is according to the Bible. Read that.
The book of 1 Kings chapter 2 and verse 2. I go thy way of all the earth. Be thou strong therefore and show thyself a man.
So God right here is going to explain how we show ourselves as men. Not little boys that want to smoke weed and chill out and all that. Nah, God has another standard of manhood, right? That we got. I'm going to get that for you. Read that. Continue reading.
And keep the charge of the Lord thy God to walk in all his ways.
So you read that from the top again. Read that from the top, verse 3 again. This is
and
a man.
Keep the charge of the Lord thy God to walk in all his ways, to keep his statutes and his commandments.
So God, right? God gave commandments. He gave laws. He laid down the ground rule, right? What your father's supposed to be doing. Because you ain't supposed to be smoking around your dad. Your dad has to lay some ground rules. This is what you're going to be doing. I need you up at 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. You got to make sure you brush your teeth, wash your face, clean up your chores, right? You going to school, right? Well, go to school. When you get back, you do your homework. Make sure you take care of your chores, right? If you got some time left on your hands, then you clean up around. You could go ahead and spend that time to yourself, right? That's how they're supposed to be structure and order. We don't get that for our fathers. But God, he gives that to us as men. We as men, right? God gave us commandments to keep order and structure in our lives.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in